Hey, movie fans, I am here with a review of Schindler's List. This film was one of the most well received films of all time. It is considered the quintessential Holocaust drama based on the real life events of the disgusting, horrific times that were the Holocaust. Oscar Schindler was a man who was a German businessman who grew over the course of the tumultuous years that were the Holocaust, uh, to have sort of a renaissance period in his life and realize what the Germans were doing to the Polish and the Jewish was wrong, and he attempted to save as many lives as he could. Liam Neeson stars as Oscar Schindler. When we first see him, he is a lavish, loud, brash human being. He is part of the Nazi Party, and he just sees workers as abilities to make money for him. He doesn't care if they're slave labor or if they're poorly paid. They're just that. We get to know several different people of different economic stature, whether you're, as high ranking, a Nazi, the regime, or whether you are a cobbler. You get to know a good variety of people. And throughout this 3 hour and 15-minute film, we see how their stories go. They do. It's hard to encapsulate this entire film. It is 3 hours and 15 minutes. I don't go ad nauseum and break down scene by scene in the movie, especially not in a 3 hour, 15-minute movie. But in honor of the 25th anniversary, AMC re-released it for 1 week only, and I knew that I had to see this movie. In loving memory of my grandma Sandy, she always wanted me to see this movie, and unfortunately she passed away 5 years ago. But she always wanted me to see this movie, and I just couldn't bring myself to see it because of the subject matter. Over time, I have seen several Holocaust films, and they're truly heart-wrenching films. Slavery of any kind is disgusting, and it's horrible. This is like the quintessential one. This is like the biggest, most accredited Holocaust film of all time. One of the most trying times in society is encapsulated in this film. You really, really don't know how lucky we have it now in this generation, in this country, where you're from. We don't fully appreciate how we have it. This is a perfect telling of what horrific people one can be, but also love and family and friendship can also grow from disgusting times like these. We see a great amount of real life people that some were alive when this film was concluded, and we see them growing up. Thankfully, a good amount of the main characters were able to survive, and there's this phenomenal sequence at the end where they have some of the actors who portrayed specific real life characters are with the survivors, and it's just such an incredible moment. This movie is filled with some of the most inspiring moments of film I've ever seen. For the most part, it's a black and white film, and it just really was beautiful in the horrificness. It made you feel like you were in a first person seat on this horrific roller coaster ride. There's so many incredibly sad moments, and you just can't. It's hard to get over. I thought the filmmaking was just spot on, gorgeous, beautiful. The acting, whether they're someone you're rooting for, like one of the Jews or the Polish that were just trying to get by another day, or pure unadulterated evil, like Ralph Fiennes' character. Ralph Fiennes, like, I've seen him in numerous movies. I'm a big fan. Red Dragon. That was probably like the first one I remember seeing him in, and I thought he was phenomenal in it. It was one of my favorite movies of the year. But I've never. This was like his big breakout film, at least for my recollection, I believe. And I hadn't seen it, and I mean, it really does not get any more disgusting and vile than the character that he portrayed. Relishing in the turmoil and the destruction of people. It's just horrific. And he was phenomenal at it. There's no redemption for him. Liam Neeson is incredible in this movie as Oscar Schindler. I really can't think of any negatives about it. It's an experience. Nothing as invasive, I believe. There's no way to fully feel the fear, the panic, the hate that went on during this time. But this is as close as you can get that you'd ever want to get. These 3 hours and 15 minutes are just jarring, and there is hope that we will never ever have anything like this again. And so I've seen almost every Steven Spielberg film ever, and this was one of the big beacons that needed to be checked off my list. I mean, I've probably seen 40 plus of his movies. This was like one of the last ones I haven't seen. I haven't seen a few of his more recent films that didn't come to my area, but so now I've finally seen it. I highly recommend you watch this movie. Chances are I'm like the last person to see this movie, but there was nothing like seeing it on the big screen. Yeah, I could watch it on streaming service or Blu-ray or whatever, but this is a movie that needed to be seen on the big screen, and I'm really glad I did. It is a harrowing tale, and I would love to know what you guys think. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my other hundreds and hundreds of movie reviews. Maybe close to 1,000, I don't know. If you want to help support my YouTube channel, share my videos. Hit that thumbs up button. If you like cool t-shirts like this, you can go to onceuponat.net. I'm an ambassador for the site, affiliate, whatever you want to call it. Use my promo code London Hawthorne. That's my username. Your coupon code London Hawthorne, and you can save a couple bucks off your shirts. Thanks so much for watching, and watch this movie. It's a phenomenal film. One of the greatest films I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a lot of Holocaust movies now. The Book Thief, Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Why am I drawing a blank right now? But those are some really... The Pianist. Some really phenomenal movies as well. What was the most impactful film you've ever seen? Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Wish you all the best. onceuponat.net. Get a cool t-shirt like this and use my code London Hawthorne. Have a good one.